Lead from the back, and let others believe they are in front. A good head and good heart are always a formidable combination. But when you add to that a literate tongue or pen, then you have something very special. It is said that no one truly knows a nation until one has been inside its jails. A nation should not be judged by how it treats its highest citizens, but its lowest ones. A leader is like a shepherd. He stays behind the flock, letting the most nimble go out ahead, whereupon the others follow, not realizing that all along they are being directed from behind. I am the captain of my soul. Do not judge me by my successes. Judge me by how many times I fell down and got back up again. Courage is not the absence of fear, it's inspiring others to move beyond it. I learned that courage was not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. The brave man is not he who does not feel afraid, but he who conquers that fear. A winner is a dreamer who never gives up. After climbing a great hill, one only finds that there are many more hills to climb. One of the things I learned when I was negotiating was that until I changed myself, I could not change others. You will achieve more in this world through acts of mercy than you will through acts of retribution. Where you stand depends on where you sit. If you talk to a man in a language he understands, that goes to his head. If you talk to him in his language, that goes to his heart. Without language, one cannot talk to people and understand them. One cannot share their hopes and aspirations, grasp their history, appreciate their poetry, or savor their songs. Nothing is black or white. I am not a saint, unless you think of a saint as a sinner who keeps on trying. In my country we go to prison first, and then become president. Live life as though nobody is watching, and express yourself as though everyone is listening. What counts in life is not the mere fact that we have lived. It is what difference we have made to the lives of others. That will determine the significance of the life we lead. Resentment is like drinking poison, and then hoping it will kill your enemies. Know your enemy and learn about his favorite sport. There can be no keener revelation of a society's soul than the way in which it treats its children. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. Sometimes it falls upon a generation to be great. You can be that generation. Education is the most powerful weapon, which you can use to change the world. Your playing small does not serve the world. Who are you not to be great? It is what we make out of what we have, not what we are given, that separates one person from another. The brave man is not the one who has no fears. He is the one who triumphs over his fears. I have never cared very much for personal prizes. A person does not become a freedom fighter in the hope of winning awards. There is a universal respect, and even admiration for those who are humble and simple by nature, and who have absolute confidence in all human beings irrespective of their social status. We owe our children, the most vulnerable citizens in any society, a life free from violence and fear. I dream of an Africa which is in peace with itself. Peace is the greatest weapon for development that any person can have. I could not imagine that the future I was walking toward could compare in any way to the past that I was leaving behind. No single person can liberate a country. You can only liberate a country if you act as a collective. Success in politics demands that you must take your people into confidence about your views and state them very clearly, very politely, very calmly, but nevertheless, state them openly. There is no easy walk to freedom anywhere, and many of us will have to pass through the valley of the shadow of death again and again before we reach the mountaintop of our desires. I am not an optimist, but a great believer of hope. Once a person is determined to help themselves, there is nothing that can stop them. May your choices reflect your hopes, not your fears. It is not where you start, but how high you aim that matters for success. Let there be justice for all. Let there be peace for all. Let there be work, bread, water, and salt for all. Let each know that for each the body, the mind, and the soul have been freed to fulfill themselves. We must use time creatively and forever realize that the time is always ripe to do right. Appearances matter, and remember to smile.